Can we talk about Bible translations just for a bit? But I'm a bit of a Bible nerd if you haven't discovered that yet. There's actually already a good amount of Bible videos on my channel, and I've got a lot more planned. But I want to talk about translations today because of a couple of interactions that I've had with people recently. The first one was on Instagram, and it was a few weeks back, and how excited I was about this Bible, the New Revised Standard, thin line, large print, comes from Zondervan, and I'm stoked that they are doing New Revised Standard now. And I've been a Bible nerd for a long time. I actually used to sell Bibles when I was in Christian retail in college, but I shared my excitement about this Bible on Instagram, and I had somebody comment asking questions about it. They said, "Is this only for Catholics? Can I use this Bible?" As though there's Bibles that people are supposed to read and Bibles that people are not supposed to read. The second thing is a conversation I had just a couple of days ago with a good friend of mine who has been going to this Bible study, and he said, "Yeah, I get kind of embarrassed because I show up and I have just my copy of the Message and everybody else is having like big Bibles." And I told him, I said, first of all, Eugene Peterson, for anybody to say that's not a good Bible, Eugene Peterson was one of the most prolific writers and thinkers and studiers, and I'm about to make a word up, and knowers of the Hebrew Bible in the 20th century. He left academia, he left teaching Old Testament to begin pastoring. And so yes, one person translated that Bible. It was translated for a very specific reason. But don't be embarrassed whatsoever about the Message, because it is a fantastic translation, especially just for reading the Bible. And that's why I want to talk about translations, because we all have favorite translations and we have unfavorite translations. And this is probably a whole video in and of itself, I'm not a big fan of the English Standard Version or the ESV Bible. But I've been buying them lately because I'm a huge fan of Crossways, the publisher that has the ESV, because they just make some, I'm going to bring it to you in just a second. Because they're making Bibles like this. I got so many questions about this on Instagram when I show pictures of it. This is the Journaling New Testament. I bought this for like $30 because I'm preaching only through the gospel passages this year, and I wanted to find a Bible that I could take notes on to get ready for this sermon series. And this is the absolute best one that I could find. So I kind of got over my beef with the ESV because of it, and I bought a couple more of this kind of stuff because of how I'm using it. And that's the thing with Bible translations. People want to ask and want to know about Bibles and what's the best Bible. And Chad, I want to start doing this. What Bible I need to get? Here's the deal. Just buy the Bible that you're going to read. Buy the Bible that is the best thing that you are going to do. If you're going to a Bible study for the very first time and you've never read the Bible, hey, go pick up a good study Bible. They're fantastic. But go read the translation that you're going to read. I love the New Revised Standard and the New Living Translation. Kind of for the same exact reason, is because both of these Bibles, and I'll show you, I actually want to put these side by side. Both of these. I love large print, thin line Bible. So here is an Allen New Living Translation. This is like the cream of the crop. I don't remember how much this was. I think it was a couple of $100 with the New Living Translation text block that I know and I love inside of it. And this is like $25. It's the New Revised Standard. And I was so excited because I've never found a thin line New Revised Standard. But these are on opposite ends of the spectrum. The New Revised Standard is possibly the academic translation of the scripture. And so when I was in seminary getting my master's degree, if I was talking English language Bible, I was quoting New Revised Standard because that's the standard for academic work in the Bible. And the New Living Translation is written on a 4th grade reading level, but it doesn't seem dumb. And the reason I love both of these translations is because they were done by super wide groups of scholars from all over the place, from all different parts of Christianity, Catholics, Orthodox, mainline folks like Presbyterians, Methodists, Baptists, Free Church folks, Reformed, not Reformed, all across the board. That's why I love those two translations, because there's not bias in them. And I've got one that's kind of complicated to read, but I know it well. And I've got one that's not complicated to read, and I know it well. And so don't think there's a right or a wrong translation for you to be reading. Be thinking instead about, hey, what is the easiest Bible and the best Bible for the situation that I'm in right now? And it might be a study Bible. It might not be a study Bible. It might be a big, huge note-taking New Testament like this. Or it just could be a little thin line. Well, this isn't very little. Or a little thin line Bible that you can just slam in your pocket. Or it might be knowing, hey, you know what? I read the Bible on my phone most of the time, and that's all right. So that quick conversation about translation, and it really just is don't sweat the small stuff. Don't split the hairs. Just spend time in the Bible in the way that has you reading it and growing closer to God. I'm Chad Brooks. I'm out. I'll see you next time.